That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 11th Region Girls Basketball Tournament here at Eastern Kentucky University. Courtside with Julie Muntz, Gary Ball, William Moorfield, the king of stream. here on PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network. Well, we know you're at home in your warm confines of your home. You've got the fireplace going, and you're sitting back and you're watching Franklin County and Scott County do battle here in this girls' 11th region semifinal game. Looking at Scott County, their body of work this year with a record for one is outstanding. They're 31-1. Julie Muntz, Franklin County 25-8, the second best record in the 11th region with 25 wins this year. So we got something to give here. You know, Brooklyn Miles is back, the 5'6" sophomore guard for Franklin County. She played as an 8th grader. Then she sat out her freshman year. She said she just kind of regrouped and got her academics going, thought about things, and got her mojo back in basketball. That's what she said she needed to do. I tell you what, she's come back here in her sophomore year, averaging 21 points a game. She is outstanding for Franklin County. She's the glue that makes them go.
Apparently, Gary, and she's done a great job, and apparently sitting out has done wonders for her just to be able to find herself. And, you know, at that point, a female's choices, you know, you have to start females young in basketball. So, you know, just making sure that she wants to be on that basketball path, and I think she's got her confirmation.
It's Scott County, the Lady Cards. Their point guard is Juliet Smith. She doesn't score a lot of points, by 9.5 points, but she averages 7 assists a ball game. Leading scorer is Malia Owens, the 5'10" senior going to Tennessee Tech and play her college basketball. She is the 11th region player of the year for a reason. She's a really good basketball player.
Oh, yes, and her numbers do prove that, and she's just one of those basketball players that she has all the intangibles to be able to play ball, lead her team, and be the best when she's out on the floor.
I think Patience Laster, the big girl for Franklin County, down low, a 5'10". She is only a freshman, but she averages nearly a double-double. Laster for Franklin County. She needs to have a big game here today. Don't be in awe of the situation. It's 11th region semifinals. Your opponent is Scott County. If Laster comes in and relaxes and has her game for Coach Joey Thacker, I think it could play a lot of dividends for this Franklin County team.
You are so right, Gary. And with Lassiter, you know, what a great person, I mean, just a great teammate to have on the floor. And, you know, when you establish that you can inside-out game with Joey Thacker has every year, you know, you have the mastermind. He's here every year in the finals, or semifinals, finals, whichever. And he's always seems to, you know, how they kind of cleared out their team last year.
Yep.
And it's just like they reload and reload because they have a system that they believe in.
It didn't hurt that he reloaded with Brooklyn Miles coming back to play this year. She sat out last year. But you're right, always a good basketball team at Franklin County. And Scott County, all the years I've been doing the 11th region, which is about 18 or 19 of them, they have always been in the thick of things. The Lady Cards always a really good basketball team. We see the Red Mamba in front of us yelling at somebody back there for Scott County. We're talking about the 4, of course. And of course, Darren Douglas is courtside with the head coach of Scott County, Steve Helton.
Got to buy in to play as a team. And, you know, all these kids, you know, they'll give up 10 shots where on other teams they could probably be taking, you know, 30, 40 shots a game. But, you know, we've got the puzzle pieces. We just got to put them together and keep them together.
The other thing is, too, you've been relatively healthy all year, too. That's another key, too. A player here or a player there out of your lineup could mess up not only rotation but also continuity.
You know, the good Lord has blessed us so much. And my first few years of coaching, I was all about, oh, well, you got to get this bounce right. We got to get that right. My number one thing to a successful season is you got to stay healthy. You know, and years, and that's a little bit of experience there. It's finally got through my head. We've been blessed, and, you know, again, it's all about they put a lot of work in, and, you know, we're hopefully ready for a challenge tonight.
Should be a good one because you two, these two programs, the 11th region title, and seem to go through these two over the last, I don't know, decade at least. You and Joey Thacker know each other very, very well. Sat back and listened to you two a while ago. I thought I was in the comedy club.
Joey and I, great competitors, but also great friends. All the respect in the world for what he's done with his program. And, you know, we compete on the floor, but off the court, you know, coaches have that tight-knit group that they stick together. And we have to for our sanity. But, tonight's going to be an incredible challenge. We got to slow them down. Franklin's playing as well as they made a state. And when I say that, people look at me a little funny. But if you'll look at their schedule and you look at their competition, they're playing as well as anybody in the state of Kentucky. And, I know there was a lot of people that got celebrated when we got on the same side of the bracket. And, here we are in the semis.
What do you need to do well tonight that you haven't been doing well down the stretch?
Shot selection. I think our shot selection last 4 games has been very suspect. We got to find a way to, I'm not saying we can guard Miles, but we got to slow her down at least. And then we've got to take good shots because usually bad shots lead to easy shots on the other end.
Who is somebody that our fans out there watching need to watch for who they may not have heard about?
I think Malaya Williams, 6'3", wingspan, 6'7", runs like a deer. She can face up. And she has to go back to the basket, but I think she's an up-and-coming kid who's got a lot of attention this year. And good Lord willing, she stays healthy and keeps improving. She'll be something to deal with.
Biggest key tonight?
Shot selection. Goes right back to it. We've got to have good shots. Now, obviously, you got to put the ball in the hole. But if we get good shot selection, that will at least increase our chances of getting the game up down. We want to score in the 80s and 90s.
Well, one thing's for sure, neither team's going to slow it down tonight.
And that's what we got to count on. Hopefully our conditioning will be ready for 10 more feet, and it should be a fun game.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank y'all so much.
Coach Steve Helton of Scott County. I'll get Joey Thacker just now.
Darren Douglas will get Coach Thacker here in a couple of moments. As you heard him talking with Steve Helton, the head coach of Scott County, the Lady Cards, and we will go courtside to Darren Douglas now as he has Joey Thacker, the head coach of Franklin County, as he clears his throat.
Now I have Coach Joey Thacker of Franklin County, and Coach just got through talking with Coach Helton, and I was kind of eavesdropping when you two got together, and I thought it was a comedy club.
We've known each other a long time. We roomed beside each other in college a long, long time ago. He weighs the same as he did then, I don't.
He told me tonight his ball club is expecting you guys to come out and something they haven't seen all night or all year on film from you guys. I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, right. I've seen the same thing for the last 10 years or so from Joey Thacker ball clubs. I know you're not going to divulge any secrets, but can we be in for a surprise for something from you?
We've worked on them quite a while. I don't know that matters. They're awful good. But we have worked on them a while. So we may do a thing or two. But the biggest thing is, number one, you got to keep them from making shots. Number two, you got to get back. So.
Who on your team has to step up along with Brooklyn Miles? I know you expect Lassiter and Laverity to do what they do inside, but who has to step up for you along with Brooklyn Miles in the scoring things?
I think Jasmine Simpson has to continue to play well. Brooklyn's going to cause them to help in some scenarios. They'll scramble up on her, get it out of her hands, and Jasmine's got to be able to catch it and put it in the hole. So.
Real quickly, what are 3 keys your ball club cannot let happen to them tonight?
Light ball turnovers. They'll turn your lights out in a hurry if you just throw it to them. Secondly, backboard. They're bigger than us and they're quicker than us, so they get out quickest to some basketballs, and we've got to get off to a good start. So.
Well, do we expect to see any wing tee out of you tonight?
Well, we've worked a little bit on outside veer, but not much.
Coach Joey Thacker, congratulations on a fine season. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Coach Joey Thacker, always, 1,000 laughs from me.
Yep. He's a laugh a minute over there, the head coach at Franklin County. And they're in the semifinals, the Final Four. And you heard Coach Helton, utmost respect for Coach Thacker and the job he's done. I mean, he had those 3 straight years. He went to the state tournament. What a great run there. Rebecca Cook and, of course, Kendall Talley and all those outstanding from Lake of Frank. What a great run he had there at Franklin County. Here he is back in the semifinals.
And again, that goes back to all the girls buying into what Joey's trying to teach them, and he has that system in place and has had it in place since these kids were coming up in 6th grade. So they buy into it year by year by year, and it's no doubt that these girls always perform at these high levels and get to the semifinals.
I like how Coach Thacker mentioned Jasmine Simpson. We've heard about Brooklyn Miles, Patience Laster, and Samaria Laverty. Laverty, but you look at Jasmine Simpson. He thinks that she needs to have a big game for Franklin County. She averages 10 points on the season. When you look at the Patience Laster, she averages 10 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. Brooklyn Miles at over 21 points. I tell you what, there's good balance on this Franklin County basketball team.
Yeah, I like their chances too. And when you have that inside-outside game, they're tougher to defend, Gary. And going back to Jasmine Simpson is, she is leading her team in the three-point field goals. So she's with, I want to say, close to 39% is what they have her for, and which was phenomenal. I mean, just shooting hot there. So, look for a good game for Jasmine. And Joey's absolutely right. She might be the it factor because that they're going to key in on Brooklyn Miles tonight and try to shut her down any way they can and apply the pressure. So she's got to be that person that does have to step up and be the person.
And earlier tonight, or this afternoon, if you will, it was Henry Clay over Woodford County 49-37. So Henry Clay's in the championship game. That will be Tuesday night, the same night as Mr. and Miss Basketball are being announced on Tuesday night. And but Woodford County, they were led by Delaney Enlow with 14 points, 12 rebounds. And looking at Henry Clay, Kaya Thompson, who at one point this season was averaging 27 points a game. She dropped off in her scoring, but she got 20 points tonight for Henry Clay as they won at 49-37 over Woodford County, who was a little undermanned, to say the least, without Jaco in there with a torn ACL.
Yeah, that's tough, and especially going through and through the postseason
I know
play.
The band really fired
I know, it's like,
up.
wow, bam. And so that is like, it's got to take the wind out of your sails on your team. But, I'm really impressed with what Woodford County had and, to see if, who can last. But, Woodford did a great job as far as handling the pressure. I mean, I really like Coach Stanford's. I mean, his team is looking really good and has them playing really well right now.
We're going to take a break, come back. We'll have the public address announcer here at Eastern Kentucky University. I believe that's Dave Fritz, isn't it? And we will have the starting lineups here. We'll be back after this on PrepSpin.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income.
And we're just about 10 seconds away from going to the public address announcer with the starting lineups for the second ball game between Scott County and Franklin County here in the girls semifinals. The winner gets Henry Clay Tuesday night. Let's go courtside to Dave Fritz.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eastern Kentucky University's Paul S. McRae Arena here at Alumni Coliseum, home of the EKU Colonels for 11th Region semifinal basketball action. Our second game today will feature the Lady Cards of Scott County High School and the Lady Flyers of Franklin County High School. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the Lady Cards of Scott County High School, out of District 42 with a record of 31 wins and 1 loss. Dressed in their black uniform, trimmed in red and white, A junior guard standing 5 feet 5 inches, wearing number 1, Morgan DeFore. A junior forward standing 6 feet 2 inches, wearing number 4, Malaya Williams. A sophomore forward standing 6 feet even, wearing number 5, Kennedy Hopkins. A senior guard standing 5 feet 9 and 1/2 inches, number 11, Malia Owens. And a senior guard standing 5 feet 5 inches, wearing number 14, Juliet Smith. The Lady Cards are coached by Steve Helton. And now let's meet the Lady Flyers of Franklin County High School. Out of District 41 with a record of 25 wins and 8 losses, wearing their white uniform trimmed in gold and blue. A senior guard standing 5 feet 4 inches, wearing number 10, Shannon Brunette. A sophomore guard standing 5 feet 6 inches, wearing number 13, Brooklyn Miles. A junior guard standing 5 feet 6 inches, wearing number 20, Jasmine Simpson. A senior forward standing 5 feet 8 inches, wearing number 33, Samaria Laverity. And a freshman forward standing 5 feet 10, wearing number 35, Patience Lester. The Lady Flyers are coached by Joey Thacker. Our officials this evening, Brian Sandlin, Tony Pompilio, and Joe Scully. Are you ready? Are you ready for some basketball action?
Yes, we are. Our ring announcer. Franklin County and Scott County, the Lady Cards, they've been number 1 pretty much all season long in the rankings. I know that apologies to some other teams that have been highly, like Garner out of the 9th region, but they got beat. So Connor's no longer in this tournament.
Yeah, and Scott County has done a great job, and I really like their chances too. They have an inside-outside game. I like their quickness is unbelievable. So let's see for that to play out too.
It will be Williams against Laster. Tampa's control. Morgan DeFore, the Red Mamba, brings it across for Scott County. DeFore lines up a 3, in and out. Shot selection, that's the thing that Coach Helton harped on in the pregame. With the basketball is Brooklyn Miles. She brings it across, and Miles looking for Simpson. Simpson really runs well without the ball. Laverity on the right side gets it back to Miles. 7:35 to go, first quarter. They come over on the left side to Simpson. Jasmine into the paint area. Laverity kicks it over, and here's a shot there, knocked off the front of the iron by Brunette. Owens out of the left side, and that's going to be block out. Good job by Laster. They blocked out well on that miss. Down the floor, Brooklyn Miles crossing over. Gets it over to Simpson. The 3 off the mark, rebounded by DeFore. No score here. First minute of the ball game. Left side, Juliet Smith lets it fly. Won't go. Coming out there with it, Brooklyn Miles. Miles, DeFore back. Crosses down, puts it up, no. Gets her own miss, right side, up and in. Brooklyn Miles says, you know what? I'll throw it on the other side. I'll go get it, and I'll score.
What a tremendous hustle play by Brooklyn Miles as she worked hard to get her own rebound.
2-0. Franklin County on top. Smith tries to go down low to the big girl, and she puts it up and in. That's Malaya Williams.
Once Malaya gets her ball up high, nobody can touch that shot.
She's got a wingspan of 6'7".
Wow, that's impressive.
2-2 ball game, 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go, first quarter action. Brooklyn Miles all the way down, throws it up off balance, and there's a lot of contact there, no call, and here comes Juliet Smith out of there with it, streaking down for Scott County, hits to the floor, picked up, they get it out to Brooklyn Miles. Miles drives down, hangs, and DeFore comes in and fouls her. That's a hard foul.
That was a hard foul. Morgan DeFore just came in and saying, there is no chance. If you're going to beat me down, then you're going to get fouled really hard. Let's check the replay on this, Gary.
Yeah, look at that.
Boom.
Fouled her hard. I was old Boston Celtics NBA.
That's old school.
That's old school right there by a sophomore. And, of course, DeFore in her junior year. And Brooklyn Miles tried to play through that contact, but she was knocked to the floor. Free throw in and out. Brooklyn normally a decent free throw shooter at 70%. Averaging 21 points, 4.2 rebounds. Missed them both. 2 big misses from the free throw line for Brooklyn Miles right side, and that shot won't go there for Owens. Picked up down low, and they get it back to Brooklyn Miles as she got it from Burnett. Down floor, running right side, throws it up, no call, and there's a shot put up and in by Laster.
Patience Lassiter did an excellent job establishing her position to get that rebound.
4-2, Juliet Smith down the lane, angles left, looking down low to Williams, can't get it to her, comes out to DeFore. There's Tompkins, a free throw line jumper, good. Kennedy Tompkins.
You know, that's the first time Scott County has actually ran through an offense to be able to find the best open shot.
Good shot selection there. That's what Steve Helton harped on in the pregame, shot selection. 4-4 ball game, 5:24 first period. Franklin County Lady Flyers, and there's a shot and air ball by Miss Miles, and she missed a couple of free throws and she threw up an air ball, maybe a little jittery here.
I think so, and just getting that, the start of the game jitters out of the way, and plus you're playing on the bigger court too, and there's a lot more depth behind it too, so I'm sure they're going to start adjusting here.
Hamblin comes in very quickly for Laverity. Hamblin in there now for Franklin County. Owens has it on the left side, comes out to Juliet Smith, the 3, and that's too strong, boxing out Franklin County. Well, good box out by Franklin County. Coach Thacker's stressed to them boxing out, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Brooklyn Miles gives it out top to Simpson. Jasmine Simpson back over to Miles. A 3-pointer off the back of the rim, and there's DeFore come flying in a rebound, and she took that right from her teammate Williams. In the corner, Juliet Smith, 3-pointer off the iron, rebounded by Patience Laster. Clear out to Brooklyn Miles. Miles crossing over and up and down as she faked a shot. What happened was 6'7" wingspan came out on her, Malaya Williams, and she said, "You go ahead and shoot that because I'm going to block it."
She didn't have a chance. She's saying she realized it. So, it's something she needs to be aware of, and Joey Thacker is not happy with her point guard. He's just saying, "You got to think about this. Come on."
Takes her out of the ball game and brings in Nevaeh Carter, the freshman. Carter working on the 11th Region Player of the Year. Owens, right side, Tompkins, and a block from behind. Good defense, stuck back up and in by the big girl, Malaya Williams. 6'2", 6'3". She'll be a big-time prospect.
Oh, absolutely. And I would, if I was a college coach, I'm sure she's got everybody, looking at this girl with a 6'7" wingspan. Are you kidding me?
6-4. First lead. Down low, Carter loses the handle on it. Picked up by DeFore. DeFore down court. Little runner off glass, off the mark, and pulled down, rebounded by Shannon Burnett. She gives it now to Carter. Carter down floor, streaking, and to the basket, up and in. Boy, Carter just ran by everybody.
Coast to coast by Carter, beat him with the quickness.
Said, "Get out of my way." Working on the right side with the basketball. Out top it comes now to Malaya Williams. She gives it back now to Malia Owens. Owens backs it out, 6'6", 320. A runner and shot in and out for Owens. .66 score at the line will be Malia Owens. 20-point average. Free throw rolls in there. That's her first point of the game. Williams has 4 points. And for Franklin County, Miles with 2, Laster with 2, and Carter has 2.
Now Coach Thacker has brought back Brooklyn Miles back into the game to be able to settle the team down, be able to control the tempo, and get the good shots now.
Owens hit them both, 8-6. Scott County by 2, that equals their biggest lead. 3:15 to go, first quarter action. Gary Ball with Julie Muntz and William Warfield, the king of stream. Left side it goes now to Burnett. She pounds down the dribble on DeFore. Goes down to Laster. Laster kicks it back out. Here's Burnett, a high arcing 3. Got it!
Beautiful shot by Lassiter.
Good pass from Lassiter to Burnett.
Thank you.
Burnett knocked it down. 9-8. DeFore loses a handle on it and hands it back to Juliet Smith. Right side to come. Tompkins lines it up. That's an air ball. Rebounded, though, by Williams. Kicks it out to Smith. Back it goes to Williams. High arcer off the, and hits the back, and it went up and went through the basket.
You don't see too many 6'3" girls knocking down those mid-range jump shots, but she's got a beautiful jump shot.
She's got 6 of the 10 points for the Scott County Lady Cards. Does Malaya Williams, the 6'2" junior. 10-9. Down court, and Carter put up a shot. She thought she was fouled. Here comes Williams running the floor. Comes over to Owens, and Owens is going to be fouled by Brooklyn Miles, and Miles will pick up the foul, and that's first foul on Brooklyn.
And not only is she impressive dribbling the ball down the floor, is to be able to lead on the fast break.
And a three-pointer by DeFore out of the right side. 13-9. Boy, it doesn't take much time with DeFore, does it? Brooklyn Miles down, puts it up, and she's going to be fouled. Brooklyn Miles, I think that's on Juliet Smith,
yes,
though, on the floor. And the foul does go on Juliet Smith.
Nice job by Brooklyn Miles recognizing, being able to take the girl right to the basket and draw the foul.
Miles missed her 3rd free throw.
It's not like her, Gary.
She missed 2 up there earlier. If she'd have made these free throws, this would be a 1-point ball game.
Yeah.
0 for 3. She does have 2 points.
There she is.
She got it. 1 of 4, Brooklyn Miles. 3 points. The lead is 3 for Scott County, 13-10 here. And McMath is in the ball game. Braylee McMath is in there. She's on the right side. They got to watch her. She's a 3-point specialist. Down low it goes now, and there's going to be a walk on Malaya Williams.
Yeah, she just wasn't really quite set to be able to catch the pass and shuffled her feet.
13-10.
You know, but I like Scott County. They're actually looking in more to Williams.
13-10 here. The Scott County Lady Cards up. 1:24 to go in the first quarter. Right side into DeFore. Might have got away with a foul. She's runs into the bench over there.
Yeah, she's got to be careful. She already has 1 foul.
Yeah. She's working over there on Julia Welsh, who just checked in there for Franklin County. So right now they're going with Brooklyn Miles and Carter. Carter gets it from Miles inbound. Over angles. Minute 16 here in this first quarter. They come over now on the left side to Shannon Burnett. Back over to Carter. Minute 8 to go in the first. She backs it back out of there on McMath. Now comes over to Burnett. Burnett working there on Williams. Ball down low, stolen. Coming out of there with it is DeFore. Morgan crossing over to the basket, throws it up, no, and Williams with the follow-up, missed it, and got it back again. Williams with 8 points already. The difference in this game right now is Malaya Williams.
Yes, absolutely.
She has 8 of the 15 points, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brooklyn Miles is pounding down. Obviously, Joey Thacker's going to maybe go for the last shot here, but here comes the pressure by Owens out now on Brooklyn Miles. She lobs it over left side to Carter. Carter penetrates, working there on McMath. Gives it now to Burnett, lines up a high arcing 3. Got it! Boy, I tell you, this young girl, 45% from 3. 45% from 3 points. She's made 2 of them here in this quarter. McMath, she can shoot the 3 as well. 3 seconds. DeFore's got it, spins. 3-pointer by DeFore at the horn, at the first quarter horn, and it's first quarter action. Boy, what a way to end it there, boy. Shannon Burnett knocking down that big 3. 15-13, Scott County on top of Franklin County. We'll come back here on the PrepSpin.com digital network.
Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most
are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Welcome back here to Eastern Kentucky University, 15-13. Your thoughts on that first quarter? Boy, I tell you, it was a fast-paced game.
It's pretty quick. I was kind of, you know, what Coach Helton was talking about, their shot selection, starting the game off, it was like catch, shoot, catch, shoot. There was like 3 times in a row, and then they start going into Williams, and she started, you know, score, what is it, 8 points now?
8 points.
Yeah.
Burnett comes over on the left side as she gets it up to Welsh. Back they come to Burnett. She's hit 2 3-pointers from that spot over there, so obviously they come out on a little bit more.
DeFore's going to guard her real tight.
Brooklyn Miles penetrating to the basket, high off the glass, no. Backside Carter rebounds and dumps it to Welsh. Back she comes now to Brooklyn Miles. Brooklyn, 15
it's a mismatch here.
It sure is. Tompkins on her to the basket and put it. She's hammered by Tompkins. And so for the 5th time already in this game, Brooklyn Miles is going to go to the charity stripe.
Yes, and she's got to start hitting these free throws. I think she's finally got a rhythm going, but Tompkins was guarding her, and Tompkins probably, 6'1", 6'2", and just laid the hammer down and didn't give her any shot to be able to make that shot.
Scott County was just 6 of 17 in that first quarter, and she hit the first free throw, so good sign there for Brooklyn Miles to knock down. That's her last 2 free throws she's nailed.
Found the rhythm.
But look at this, 6 of 17 for Scott County shooting, 1 of 8 from 3.
Yeah.
Miles got them both, so ties it up. We're tied at 15, 7:20 to go. DeFore right side free throw line extended. Back out top comes to Malaya Williams. Back it goes to Owens. Malia Owens. Left side to Juliet Smith. Penetrates over Laster. Shot won't go. And there's Laster. They're battling. And I think Burnett is injured. And the official calling time for her. Officials timeout. They're saying, are you hurt? Yeah, Burnett.
Yeah, nice job by the referee. Make sure the player is okay, because I thought
it was a contact issue.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She was in her left eye, holding her eye to maybe a contact lens, but 15 all here, 7:05, and it looks like Franklin County's kind of settling into this game. I think those 2 big threes by Shannon Burnett has kind of inspired her ball club.
What a spark.
Across the line, working with the ball is Brooklyn Miles. Miles works it behind her back, between her legs. Well, she can handle that basketball.
Yes, she can.
Gives it over to Carter. Carter can handle it as well. Working on Juliet Smith, dumps it back to Laster, working on Tompkins, over to Burnett. Burnett's going to back it back out, lob it down low to Laster. Laster powers it up and in.
Nice job by Lassiter. She took a nice drop step to the basket.
Patience Laster, 17-15. There's shot by Owens, no. And that's Owens on right side, off glass, off the mark. 2 players battle for it. And the shot put up and knocked in there by Malaya Williams.
It's at 10 points for Malaya Williams with the putback.
17 all on the Williams stick back. Brooklyn Miles here on PrepSpin.com, digital network, high definition. Gary Ball with Julie Muntz, William Warfield to King of Stream. Carter over to Laster. They think they've got something with Laster, I think, on that low block, and she's going to kick it out now to Welsh. In the corner, Burnett. She's hit 2 from the other side, so she moves over here to this side.
Well, I think she wants to test this side out.
Goes in, and I tell you, that 6'7" wingspan of Miss Williams blocks it, and then out of bounds it goes.
Yeah, nice job by Williams getting her hands out and making sure that she couldn't make any passes, but she knocked it out of bounds off her leg.
Across the line is Juliet Smith. Hands it down to DeFore. DeFore down the lane, dumps it back, and good hands by Carter. Laster comes away with Brooklyn Miles streaking down court with that speed, throws it up, draws the foul, and it goes on Tompkins. I think that'll be her second.
I'll tell you what I really like about Brooklyn Miles. She does an excellent job reading the defense and be able to drive to the basket. So it looks like Brooklyn Miles will earn a lot of her points from the line.
Yes, she's starting to make her free throws now. You're exactly right, Julie. She's made her last 4 free throws after she missed a couple there early on. 18-17, the Lady Flyers on top here as they lead Scott County.
What a great ball game we have, Gary.
Second one good for Brooklyn Miles.
Love the pace, love the intensity.
19-17, Scott County across the line. Well, you know, even Steve Helton said if you look at Franklin County, they're playing as good as basketball as any team in the state right now.
Absolutely.
To the basket, Owens, the left hand, off the mark, rebounded by Tompkins, yes.
That's where Thompson does her great work, is when she's inside the paint, being able to put the rebounds back and not have that mid-range, just keep her close to the basket.
19-all on the Kennedy Tompkins stick back there for Scott County. 19-all, and there Brooklyn Miles angling right side, kicks it back out down to Carter. Carter pounds it down, working on Owens. Now into the paint. She's in trouble, gives it to Brooklyn Miles. Brooklyn down the paint area, and here's a runner, and off glass, good. Brooklyn Miles now makes it 21-19, and Brooklyn has 9 points down low, and there's going to be a foul called on Laverity as she tried to work on Malaya Williams. Williams got 10 points, and in the first quarter, she had 4 rebounds. I tell you what, she's going to have a double-double here probably at halftime. Juliet Smith, trouble getting it in, comes out to Owens. Malia Owens, a 5'9" senior, 11th Region Player of the Year, going to Tennessee Tech. DeFore almost stolen by Carter. There's the three-pointer, and that's going to be off the mark. And I tell you, good box out again by Franklin County. Carter needs some help, now gives it back out, gives it to Shannon Burnett. Now to Brooklyn Miles. She directs traffic with Juliet Smith on her. Brooklyn Miles behind the back, comes over to Burnett. Burnett into the paint area, strong move off glass, and she's going to be called for the charge. And there to take it was the Player of the Year, Malia Owens.
What a gutsy move by Malaya Owens to be able to set up, recognize what's happening, and she got her shoulders square and her feet set to be able to take the charge.
Burnett will go out, and coming back in will be Jasmine Simpson.
She's had a good half so far.
6 points. 21-19 if you're just tuning in here on PrepSpin. Franklin County on top by 2, leading the state's #1 team, Scott County. Down low, and there's Williams, won't go off glass, and Tompkins, and there comes Miss Miles in there with that quickness to get the ball. Behind the back, wraparound dribble, working on DeFore now. Brooklyn Miles is the one girl in this game that matches up with this quickness from Scott County, and Carter does too, blocked away there by Williams. Coming out of there with it, Owens. Owens chases it down right side, and Dipsy Doodle, and rebounded again down low. They kick it out, and DeFore with the 3, off left side, no good, and rebounded by Laster. Patience Laster.
I tell you what, Patience Lassiter does a great job blocking out and getting those rebounds.
Brooklyn Miles, floater, won't go. Goes back after the ball and into the lane again, and she draws the foul there on Malaya Williams.
It's her first.
Williams picks up her first. That will send, though, Brooklyn Miles back to the charity stripe. She has 9 points, 5 of them at the charity stripe.
That's excellent. You know what I like about Brooklyn Miles? She's so gutsy and quick that she uses that to the best of her ability and really penetrates and drives to kind of get them off balance.
10 points now for Brooklyn Miles. She averages 21 points a game. She's just taken over so many games this year for Franklin County with her quickness. Laster out of the ball game. She hit them both. So it's 23-19, 4-point lead, and in the game now, Hamblin, Lake and Hamblin. There's a three-pointer, and that's off the mark by Owens, and picked back up. Tompkins hits the floor, and we're going to have a reaching foul called, and it's going to go on Brooklyn Miles, her second.
Excellent call. She did reach it. She reached in, drew the contact, but I will have to say Kennedy Tompkins did a great job with the offensive rebound to get her team another chance.
Juliet Smith kicks it way out to Owens. Malia grabs the basketball out front, 2:39 in the first half. Crossing over, down the lane to the basket, threw it up, no good, and out of bounds. They say last touch by Franklin County. They're going to give it back to Scott County. I thought that might have been off Owens.
You know, she had it, you know, she was very vertical. You know, Owens went right into her, so I would think that would be the case.
DeFore bounces in the corner to Smith. Looking down low now to Williams. Can't get it to her. DeFore, an NBA three off the iron and rebounded by Juliet Smith. She's going to go to Owens, a three-pointer out of the right side.
Oh!
Wow, they went halfway down. And we're going to have a foul called on Tompkins as she battled their Jasmine Simpson, and I think they're going to call that on Tompkins, aren't they?
Yeah, just a little bit too much body, but, you know, one more step, and then she had Carter off balance, and she was about to walk, but, you know, that incidental contact kind of took over.
McMath in the game, a sophomore, 5'1". Braylee McMath stands all of 5'1", and that might be generous.
I think you're right.
23-19. The Lady Flyers on top of Scott County. 2 minutes to go here in this basketball game from Eastern Kentucky's McBrayer Arena. Gary Ball behind the back by Miles. Down the lane, throws it up, and it's blocked by Williams. Coming out there, Owens. Owens down court, and she is going to be good defense there by Laverity. She reached in, she knocked it off of Owens out of bounds.
Good heads-up play. Malia Owens was going straight to the basket, so good job by number 33, Laverity, by establishing her position there.
Good hands, and she's on
good
that All-State
happen.
team. Yeah, good hands, people. All-State. They need to sponsor our program.
Why not?
Why not? I gave them a free plug there. Out top with the basketball is Hamblin. They come over to Carter. She comes back out top to Hamblin. Hamblin holding the ball, now puts it down. Needs some help. Gives it to Laverity. Laverity. She comes out now. She gets it up to Jasmine Simpson. 1:10. Franklin County's got a 4-point lead, and they've got the basketball. Lead and leather. Carter works it down on Smith. Down to 58 seconds. Carter down low to Laverity. Back out to Carter. Goes Jasmine Simpson. Comes over to Hamblin. Hamlin back to Laverity, and she traveled. She faked with the ball, but she forgot one important thing. She didn't put the dribble down.
First. Yeah, I knew exactly what she was doing. That was a good move, and they went outside and then back to the inside, and she shuffled the feet, and she had a nice move that she was going to try to make on
We're 45 seconds away from halftime. Darren Douglas will give you all our halftime here at Eastern Kentucky and some scores from the other regions. 38 seconds, 23-19. McMath comes back out to Juliet Smith. Juliet Smith puts down the dribble, works in on Brooklyn Miles to the basket, reverses, no good, flying through. Coming out there with it is Jasmine Simpson. 22 seconds. They need some help. They give it to Miles. Miles streaks over the left side. Laverity, about a 10-footer. She got it.
What a nice shot by Laverity. Nice, smooth little jumper.
Steve Helton just looks up at the clock, and he is going to get into his girls. 25-19, and 10 of the 19 from Malaya Williams, the 6'3" junior who averages over 13 points and 11 rebounds, but he really isn't getting a lot from anybody else. Juliet Smith has not scored. Morgan DeFore has the 1 3-pointer she's hit here in the game. Malaya Owens only has a couple of free throws.
Right, and you know, it looks like right now it's just like Franklin County's doing everything that they're asked to do.
Yeah.
They are blocking out. You got a girl that had a rebound, a 5'8" girl got a rebound and was able to make the outlet pass and find the best shot there. And they're just doing a wonderful job just executing and dribbling and penetrating, getting the best shot.
You're exactly right, Julie. Juliet Smith. That's why I got tongue-tied. I was about to say Juliet Smith and Julie. Yeah, okay. 4 seconds on the. That's Owens, kicks it over to Smith. Juliet lets a three go in and out. Boy, how many shots for Scott County have gone halfway down the cylinder? And here at halftime, it's a shocker in the 11th region. The Franklin County Flyers 25, the Scott County Lady Cards 19. The biggest lead that Franklin County's enjoyed, 6 points here at the halftime intermission.
Yeah, that's impressive too, because they're just doing all the things right. And I just can't believe Scott County, they're going to have to do a better job rotating the ball, do the offense. They're just, just launching that three, and they're not, what is the percentage that they have so far? Probably only made 2 so far. I don't know. But, they have to do a better job working that Williams, number 4, the 6'3" center, and have her work underneath there. And when they collapse on her, kick the ball back, but they're doing too much from the outside. Work it in, penetrate, and that's going to help them.
I tell you what, it was a half of basketball that Franklin County does lead 25-19. And if you're Scott County, you're saying, man, half of our three-pointers went halfway down the cylinder and came out for us. So if those start dropping in the second half, Scott County trying to come back here with Julie Muntz and William Moorfield. Darren Douglas will take you through the halftime with all scores from around the other regions and to break it down for you here at halftime. We're at halftime, and the big number, Franklin County 25, the Scott County Lady Cards 19 here at Eastern Kentucky University. We'll return. The Mingua Beef Jerky high school basketball game of the week thanks to Mingua Beef Jerky. You got to try this stuff. It's good stuff. Mingua Beef Jerky. We'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky high school basketball game of the week halftime. Franklin County 25, Scott County Lady Cards 19.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
Back here at Paul S. McRae Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University,
halftime of semifinal game number 2. It's Franklin County surprising the number 1 ranked Scott County Cardinals 25-19. Darren Douglas, Judy Muntz. Julie, a couple of figures jumped out at us, a 12-4 score in that quarter in favor of Franklin County. But there are a couple other stats that kind of jumped out at us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I have been talking, that Scott County is only 1 for 14 at the three-point line. When Scott Helton was going over his pregame, he said he wanted to make sure we had good shot selection. And what I've noticed when they started the game is they were just catching and shooting from the three-point line and not looking into Williams for an inside-out, establishing that inside-out game. So I'm sure Scott Helton's going to make the adjustments at halftime, because that's one thing that he really wanted to focus on was shot selection.
Yeah, well, that's what that quick 30-second timeout was about as well.
Oh, yeah.
He was not happy in the huddle during that timeout. If he mentioned it once, he mentioned it 5 times in our pregame chat with him. So shot selection was paramount tonight for Scott County. The other one that jumps out at me, 19 apiece on the boards. Franklin County does have some size, but not near the length of Scott County.
And again, that was Joey Thacker's game plan, to make sure we secure the rebound, block out hard. So they are doing an excellent job, because I know those little guards are really hitting the boards really hard as well.
2 players with 5 each. That is Laster and Brunette. Pretty impressive for a 5'4" guard.
Oh, absolutely. But, they just do a great job penetrating into there. And even though that Williams has, 4 or 5 block shots already.
Possibly, yeah.
But they're still attacking, and they're not going to back down from that.
Well, they credit her with 3 in the first half of action. And then Scott County not getting to the free throw line. This shows they're not being aggressive, getting into the lane. 2 for 2 from the foul line. Franklin County 7 of 10.
Yes, and most of that was from
they were all 10
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Miles, yeah. So 7 for 10 at the free throw line, all from her.
Yeah, she's 2 of 9 from the field, but that just tells you half the story of what Brooklyn Miles is doing for her ball club.
And how important she is. She is that floor general out there, and she knows, she's always looking for those to try to penetrate the gaps. And if she gets covered, she's got an easily kick out to those other guards that are just deadly from the three-point line.
And the players that Julie's talking about, Burnett, Welsh, Simpson, they all 3 can shoot it from out there.
Right, and she had 2 deadly threes from the right-hand side of the court, and she was just like instrumental in making that comeback to put Franklin County over the top.
Coach Helton was talking. They want to get the score up at least in the 70s. They're really going to have to get the offense in high gear to get to 70 today. They are both teams 10 points in the paint. That's not surprising. Coach Joy Thacker wants to go inside to his big girls, especially Laster. But here's the one that really stands out to me. 2-0 in fast break points for Franklin County.
Oh, yeah.
So no fast break points for Scott County.
Okay, and
that
just
is a
tells
huge
you the
number.
adjustment that they need to make. So that you are right, Darren.
Maybe hit the gas and go ahead and just force the issue. Try to get down the floor quickly.
Right, and you know that Scott County's got the quickness. They have the guards. You have the 11th Region Player of the Year. I mean, attack the basket, Double D.
I agree. And here's the thing. We already have one semifinalist that has been decided to the championship game. That's Henry Clay. They knocked off Woodford County by 12, 49-37 in the game before. And the one that came across the wire that everybody's talking about, maybe the front runner for Miss Basketball, her career at the high school level is done. Emma King and Lincoln County upset in the semifinal round of the 12th region at home by Southwestern.
That's tough to be able to lose on your home floor like that.
And by 15, no less.
And they laid the smack down, too. So
that's a big one.
It is huge. I mean, you would think that would be closer than that, but no. Sometimes things aren't in favor and things aren't going your way. But, Emma King, again, you said that she was a front runner for Miss Basketball.
She might be the best player I've seen for Miss Basketball this year.
Very well, quite possibly, and that's going to be decided this couple of days.
I think probably Monday or Tuesday.
I think you're right, yes. And so we'll see who gets gets away with that
I'm going
title.
out on a limb and say Emma King.
Okay, it's probably a good guess.
That's a really wide limb to go out on, so I'm not out there too far. But that's, unfortunately for her, her high school career is done. She will be playing, though, for Matthew Mitchell.
Yes, that's always nice to have. I love it when we are able to keep our good players, our best players in the state, to keep them home. Either it's Moorhead, Louisville, Eastern, Western, UK. So I love keeping our athletes here, and we have a lot to pick from. So I know in the past, a lot of our good athletes have gotten away to Notre Dame and other places,
a little bit further south, normally, Tennessee has gotten a couple away from us at the female level.
Yeah, and we can't let that happen. So
one comes to mind is that she's sitting on the UK bench next to Matthew Mitchell by the name of Kyra Elsie.
Oh, yeah. She was a stud back in the day.
Played at Oldham County and a really good player in her day, both at the high school and the college level. How about this? Last night, late, a couple of upsets also on the girls' side of things. 8th region, Walton Verona goes down to Collins, 63-57. Important because the Lady Bearcats got to the championship game of the All-A.
Oh, okay.
And they knocked off Collins by 20 earlier in the year.
Okay, so Collins, who is Collins going to face now?
They will play Simon Kenton, who knocked off Anderson County last night, 49-41.
Okay.
And Anderson's a really good team, too. A lot of youngsters on that team. Here's the other one that jumps out at me. North Laurel in the 13th over South Laurel, 64-59.
Oh, wow. That was a great score. But, hats off to Chris Souter, who
turned that program around.
Yes, he left Mercer County, won the state tournament, went to go help coach Indiana State, but then decided, no, this is not for me, and left Indiana State and joined up with South Laurel. And he almost had him there. But, again, you're turning that program around. I mean, what great strides that Chris Souter did.
Correct. Now North Laurel one win away from sending not only their boys, but their girls team to the state tournament. If North Laurel's boys can pull the win today as well.
Yes, and
led by a familiar name too, by the way.
Right, and North Laurel has a lot of good players. Stacy Reed, their boy.
Your Jeff Shepard, Reed Shepard. I got to see him play as an 8th grader down at Clinton County. Folks, he will remind you a lot in his style of running and the little floater in the lane of his daddy. But his ball vision as the point guard will remind a whole lot of us folks that are at my age of his mama down in Laurel County handing out assist after assist.
Yes, and Stacy did do it, and she was a great job, great player. And, I'm sure that, Stacy Reed has given every single ounce of her basketball knowledge and skill and poured her life into her son. So that good things are going to happen, a great future for her boy.
Well, I got to see him play in Clinton County, like I said, and he made a floater in the lane. And the first thing I said to William was, oh my gosh, that is Jeff Shepard made over. It looked dead on Jeff in the lane with the floater.
Yes.
I mean, I was just like, holy cow. And then look him in the face. He's got a whole lot of his mama's traits, but his daddy's as well. A lot of upsets. Will this one be another one? We'll see. We're a minute and a half away from the second half. Gary and Julie will see if the Lady Flyers and Coach Joey Thacker can shock the Commonwealth and upset the number 1 ranked team. Back with more on PrepSpin.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in Somerset.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Same five that started for Franklin County: Brooklyn Miles, Jasmine Simpson, Patience Laster, Shannon Burnett, and Samaria Laverity. And let's look at Scott County. It'll be Juliet Smith. It'll be Malaya Williams. Kennedy Tompkins is in there. Malia Owens and Morgan DeFore. So both starting five units are in there, Julie. As we start the second half, Owens has got it deep on the right side, and we're going to have a push off down low.
It's like on number 35.
Yep. It's going to go on Laverity, I believe, or Laster. The officials are talking about it. What they just called, Julie?
Did they call it? They just waved it off? Or what?
You don't see that too often.
No.
So set to put it in play will be Malia Owens.
Maybe it was just one of those warning things that they wanted to.
Could be.
You know,
that's a good call.
Both players were pushing.
High arcing three-pointer, in and out. That's how the first half went for Scott County. A lot of their shots were halfway down.
And again, they're 1 for 15 at the three-point line.
Here comes Brooklyn Miles. She had 11 points in that first half. Had 7 of those from the charity stripe. She was 7 of 10 at the line. That's her percentage, 70. She goes on the right side to Simpson. Jasmine Simpson spinning. Looking now, gives it now to Laverity. She gives it out top to Burnett. Burnett had 2 big threes in that first half. That's the difference in this ball game. Laverity looking for cutters. And we're going to have a call. Joey Thacker, he wanted to get a timeout over there because he saw that in trouble in the corner there was Laverity with finding an open cutter.
And not only that, as I can tell that Malaya Owens is guarding number 13, Brooklyn Miles, a lot tighter, even though the ball is away from where she's guarding her. She is still face guarding her, so they made a couple of adjustments. So Brooklyn Miles, she's having a harder time getting open because of their sticky defense.
The boys Whitaker Bank Sweet 16 gets underway Wednesday, this coming Wednesday in just 3 days at Rupp Arena. Get down to the greatest show in hoops, the Sweet 16 of the boys Whitaker Bank KHSAA State Tournament. Scott County will play Covington Catholic Thursday afternoon. That'll be a good one. Brooklyn Miles to the basket on Tompkins, throws it up. Tompkins held her ground, didn't she?
Absolutely.
Quickly the other way. There's Owens to the basket, right side off glass. Good.
Nice job by Malaya Owens penetrating into the defense of Franklin County.
She cuts it down to 4, and they got a 2-2-1 going here. Lob over near side to Burnett. Down low to Patience Laster. Powers it up and in. Patience Laster says, you know what? I'm going to take it strong to the basket or see if anybody challenges me. No challenge, so laid it up and in.
Keep doing it, girl.
To 4. Red Mamba right side. Backs up. Looking out top to Juliet Smith. Down low now. Goes to Williams. Back out to Juliet Smith. Penetrates with a left-hand dribble. Little floater in the lane. Rolls off and gets a rebound down low. Comes out of there with it. She got that over Laster. Much big center there for Franklin County. And Juliet Smith all 5-4 of her.
Great job by Juliet.
There's a shot there out front by Owens. Won't go, and it's out of bounds as Tompkins tried to save it in bounds, but it does go out, so it'll be Lady Flyers basketball. They lead 27-21, 5:58 in the third quarter.
Well, it looks like Scott Helton, he's getting more fired up because these three-point shots are not the best of the selections either.
Shot selection, that's what he had talked about in the pregame. Brooklyn Miles into the lane, little floater, won't go. She should have probably passed that over to Laverity. It was wide open on the left side. Here comes Scott County. DeFore, strong to the basket, loses a handle and off her knee, and it goes back to Franklin County Lady Flyers.
Even though it went off her knee, but good defense by Franklin County, but she is penetrating into that defense and doing still a good job.
Brooklyn Miles over now to Laster. And to the basket, and that shot won't go. Rebounded by Laverity, up and in.
Good heads-up play by Laverity as she put it in for 2.
As the shot came off from Burnett, who drove to the basket, and Laverity stuck it home on the stick back. This is the biggest lead that Franklin County's enjoyed, 8, 29-21. DeFore out top, Tompkins throws it up, no. battle for it. Tompkins down low. She's going to be tied up, and the alternate possession arrow in favor of Franklin County.
Right. Nice job by Tompkins as she stuck with her rebound, but she did bring it down, and that's where the guards were able to tie up with her.
Now Scott County's backing out of that 2-2-1 pressure. 29-21. I think Coach Helton saw that Brooklyn Miles had beaten that pressure 3 or 4 times. Miles down the floor to the basket, off glass, no. Tapped around, and Juliet Smith's got the ball. Juliet brings
another
it
great
out.
Rebound.
Yep. DeFore dumps it back, and the shot put up and in by Williams. That's 12 for Malaya Williams.
A nice heads-up assist from DeFore.
Williams is keeping Scott County in this thing, isn't she? She's got 12 points. 29-23. Franklin County lead and leather. They're in the white. Scott County in the black with the red trim. Goes over to Shannon Burnett, out top to Jasmine Simpson. Down low to Burnett, cutting through with, they go down low to Laverty. Laverty out top. Laster works in, throws it up, no good, and picked up before battling for it. And heads, I think we're going to have a timeout. Timeout called, and it's going to be Franklin County basketball as a double. There were bodies all over the floor out there.
Wow. I mean, they were all over the place, but good heads-up play by Patient Laster. She took a diving shot down to get the ball, calls a timeout. Great job by the officials as they were on top of it to be able to give Franklin County a timeout.
Franklin County leads by 6, 29-23. Mingy beef jerky. William Moorfield, we love our high school football, but we didn't think it was going to come to Eastern. It was going to break out.
Wow. But great hustle play.
29-23, Franklin County on top here at Eastern Kentucky University.
Patience Lassiter's just doing a great job being in control with their team, doing a great job penetrating to the basket and hustling on the floor. Love it.
She has 6 points. Brooklyn Miles directing traffic, looking for cutters. Behind the back, working out on Owens to the lane. Little floater, short, pulled out of there by DeFore. Morgan DeFore works down the left side, picks up the pace, gives it over down to Owens. Malia Owens backs it back out. 3:33 to go in the third quarter, 29-23. There's Owens to the basket, up and in. Boy, tough shot there for Malia Owens, and she now has 6 points.
Right, Malia Owens did a nice little floater to the basket. Nice control.
29-25. Franklin County on top by 4. Their biggest lead has been 8. Brooklyn Miles working on Owens to the basket, and ball knocked away. Coming out there with it is Owens, and all the way to the basket, off glass, good.
Nice control by that right hand, dribbling through traffic and lays it up.
Owens all of a sudden has found her shot. She's got 2 quick buckets here, and it's 29-27. So that 8-point lead has been cut down to 2. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Behind the back, Brooklyn Miles. Miles into the lanes, got an open lane, blocked away by the Williams girl. She showed that 6'7" reach on that, didn't she?
Yes, she did. But, you know, good heads-up play by Williams as she stepped off her man to be able to help defense and be able to swat it. So great job by Williams being able to get in the lane, alter the shot.
(29-27). Laster throws it up and in. Laster found herself under the basket, found the basketball and threw it up for a hoop. 31-27. Juliet Smith. 2:25 here in the third quarter. Goes down low. Tompkins, she's fouled. And
by Carter.
Carter got her, and she'll go to the line. But one thing about Kennedy Tompkins, she's not a great free throw shooter. She shoots it. She really doesn't have a
good
two-handed flow.
Rhythm.
Yeah, it's just one-handed. Watch her. You be a coach here for a second, will you, Julie? Look at her.
Oh yeah. But it worked, Gary, because you said.
The old broadcaster jinx. When you say bad things, they knock it down. Now Kennedy Tompkins has 5 points now. She could cut this down to a 2-point ball game. 31-28. Second one throws it up, and that's too strong. And there's Laster with the rebound. Patience kicks it out to Miles. Brooklyn works it across the timeline with the left-hand dribble. Lobs it over to Carter. Carter puts the ball down on Juliet Smith. Well, good defense by Juliet Smith. Laster working in on Tompkins. Tompkins falls. Laster falls, and a foul called, and that's going to be number 3 on Tompkins.
I'll tell you what, number 35, Patience Lassiter, does a great job posting up with the big body, and she just powers and muscles it in and to be able to draw the block. So she just has basically taken over this quarter and done a phenomenal job getting those post-ups.
Free throw connected by, that's one thing she's worked on too, Julie, is her free throw shooting. Averages over 10 points a game and over 9 rebounds, and she is only a freshman.
Unbelievable, and nobody can match up with her power and strength.
Missed it. Rebounded by
hustle.
Juliet Smith. Juliet Smith down court, dumps it down low, and the shot won't go, but fouled from behind by Carter is Malaya Williams. She'll go to the line. Williams, the game leading scorer with 12 points. She'll have a couple of free throws.
Yeah, what happened, Patience Lassiter, when she shot the ball, she tried to go in to follow her shot, but then it led her man down the floor, and she wasn't able to recover and get back, so they had a tough time adjusting to the defense.
Back of the rim, bounced almost over the backboard, came down and went through for her, so all you see is a point in the scoring book. 32-29, missed the second one, and great hustle. And last touch by Laster, they're going to give it back to Scott County. 32-29, minute 52 in the third, and Scott County trails Franklin County. And up off the Lady Flyers bench, Laverity, she will come in for Shannon Burnett. Juliet Smith set to put it in play underneath her own basket. Lobs her way out to Tompkins. She goes over to DeFore. Bounce down low. Williams posting up, and that shot won't go. Rebounded by Tompkins. She gets it out. Owens is 3. It's good. Owens, what a second half. It's 32 all. We're tied. So all the way back from 29 to 21. 32 all, minute 21. 32 all, minute 15. Miles puts it down. Remember, it was 29-21 Franklin County. Scott County's come all the way back. There's a shot, three-pointer knocked down by Simpson.
Unbelievable. This game has just turned it up.
Tompkins, that shot won't go, and it's going to be knocked out by Franklin County with 47 seconds here. It's 35-32. Franklin County up by 3, leading Scott County. They come over to Malaya Owens. Over comes to DeFore out front. Juliet Smith, and that three-pointer is too strong. She gets her own rebound, lines it up again, and got it.
Good
Juliet
heads up.
Smith just stuck with it, didn't she?
Absolutely. So great lift for Juliet Smith with the three-point shot.
35 all here, 24 seconds. Down to 19, and
going to play for the last shot.
Brooklyn Miles, going to take the last shot, 35 all. It's been a great run here by Scott County. They were down 20, and there's going to be a foul, and it's going to go on Malaya Owens.
And Scott Helton saying, we don't need that right now with 8.5 seconds. Don't foul.
And there's only
her
second on her, and just the team's second foul. And we got back in the game. Shannon Burnett going out will be Carter. Big three by Jasmine Simpson. Good job by Juliet Smith to stay with it. Possession earlier for Scott County. 35 all, 3 seconds. And to the basket, hanging won't go. And boy, Brooklyn Miles talking to the ref about the contact. And because she was fouled. We head to the fourth quarter, 35 all here on PrepSpin.com. Welcome back here for the final 8 minutes here. Franklin County and Scott County, 35 all. We head to the final quarter.
Things are cold outside, but they're heating up in McBrayer Arena.
Yep. Tompkins, right side, and put it up, no. And we got over the back called, and it's going to be on Williams. That's her second, just her second foul. She's got 13 points. Across the line is Miles, and the shooting 14 of 46. Rebounding 30 to 26. Scott County has an edge there. Julia, take a look at some of those other third quarter stats. Burnett comes over to Simpson. Simpson holds it free throw line extended, working there on Williams. Here's a 15-footer, in and out, and Laverty taps it out, and good hands there. Coming down with it was Welsh. Welsh to Simpson, Jasmine. Back it comes Brooklyn Miles. Brooklyn Miles to the basket, throws it up, and she is going to be fouled. And see, they called this on Julie.
Juliet Smith. Juliet Smith.
That's her second. That's the team's fourth foul. 7:09 to play. At the line will be Brooklyn Miles, but you know it's been a while since Brooklyn Miles has been at the charity stripe.
Right.
Back in the first, maybe early second quarter?
Yeah, and Juliet Smith didn't have to foul because you have your shot blocker scooting over to be able to, block the shot. So she had it clean on the top, but Juliet Smith got her with the body before that.
That's 12 for Miles and 13 now for Brooklyn. A couple of free throws here in the quarter, 37-35. Franklin County leading Scott County. Scott County in the battle here in the 11th region semifinals. The winner gets Henry Clay Tuesday night. We'll have that game on our Mixler Audio. Mixler Audio only Tuesday night. Out it goes, and shot put up, and it will go in. Williams will get the bucket. She will get the soup and a sandwich.
Yum, yum. But great heads-up play by DeFore as she penetrated in. She got cut off at the baseline to be able to throw it up to the big girl and to be able to put it in and go to the strike.
15, and now 16 for Malaya Williams, the 6'3" junior with 6'7" wingspan, and she is showing it here this evening. 38-37, Cardinals have the lead now by 1. Brooklyn Miles, good ball handler, bump there, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Malaya Owens.
Her third.
Third foul on Malaya. Only the 5th team foul, so still 2 to give for Scott County.
Yes, and you got the speed demon in back for Franklin County, Carter, so giving her teammate a rest.
Carter's back in there.
So you got 4 guards and 1 girl in the paint.
Carter with the basketball, penetrates, gets to Laster. Over it comes down to Simpson. Simpson back over to Carter. Down low it goes to Laster.
Getting doubled.
Back it goes Carter, and it's blocked by who else? Malaya Williams blocks it.
Who else?
She is everywhere.
I think that we're getting close to, what, five or six blocks for Williams.
Simpson, trouble getting it in. Needs some help. And we got, Joey Thacker, just as they called a timeout, they're going to talk about it. The officials are going to say, did they get a timeout? And they're going to, give it a timeout.
Got the timeout.
Got the timeout just in time. 38-37, Scott County on top of Franklin County. Remember, at one point in this ball game, in this second half, Lady Flyers led 29-21.
But you know what? I told you that Scott Helt would go make the adjustment in the locker room because of their shot selection. So they're doing a better job penetrating to be able to dish and throw it up to the big girl Williams, and it's really helping. Then you got also it's making those three-pointers a lot easier to make when they're doubling down on the paint as well.
Since it was 29-21, the Lady Flyers on top, it's been a 17-8 run here by Scott County to take this 1-point lead, and it's been the surge of Malia Williams with block shots, made baskets, and the and one, and she is single-handedly, she has a total of 16 points in this ball game, and she's going to have a double-double.
And not only that, is she's got the toughest assignment to be able to face guard Brooklyn Miles, trying to shut her down in that penetration down. So she's doing a great job both ends of the floor.
And then a great job by Malia Owens, too. Most of her points have come here. 9 of her 11 have been here in the second half. So, Franklin County will put it in play under their own basket. Nevaeh Carter set to put it in play. Looking, trouble, loops it way out to Laster, out between the donuts. Now gives it up to Brooklyn Miles. She'll work on Juliet Smith. Behind the back, Brooklyn Miles. Down to 6 minutes to go in this basketball game. 38-37. To the basket, Brooklyn Miles, and she's going to put it up, and she's going to draw the charge. Kennedy Tompkins was calling for a jump ball.
Juliet Smith with the reach-in.
So Juliet picks up her third. That's the team 6, so still not in the bonus. They're deciding whether Miss Miles was shooting or not. And they're talking to Malia Owens, and they're going to put it in play. They're going to say, nope, no free throws. Now the next foul will be the bonus for Franklin County, 1+1. Laster gets the inbound. Kick. There's a three-pointer, and that's off the front of the iron. No good. Rebounded by DeFore. Morgan. 5:48 to play. The long pass goes to Juliet Smith in front of the Scott County bench. She makes sure her feet are in bounds over there. Resets her feet. 5:38, and up off the Franklin County bench, Laverity will check in at the next opportunity. Lob down low to Williams. She turns, she's double teamed, and the ball's knocked out, and it's going to be picked up by Juliet Smith. Out to DeFore. DeFore moves to the basket. A floater up and in by Morgan DeFore.
Good heads-up play by Morgan DeFore as she recognized the gaps and penetrated.
The lead is 3 for Scott County. Miles to the basket, and that won't go. Rebounded, and that's going to be a foul on Scott County on the stick back by Laster, and the foul's going to be on Tompkins. So that's the 4th on Kennedy Tompkins. And I think Malia Williams thought it was on her.
Yes, I mean.
That's how she was reacting.
Right, and it was very clean on her, but, you know, with Tompkins, she was over there, so she probably did get her with the body underneath.
So Patience Laster knocks down the free throw. She now has a total of 10 points to go with 9 rebounds.
I'll tell you what, I really like what she brings to the skill here, that she does a great job with free throws, power, you know, you name it, Gary. She's really rebounding as well.
She cuts it to a 1-point ball game, 40-39. Scott County on top, 5 minutes to play here from Eastern Kentucky University. Juliet Smith gets it on the right side, backs it back out of there from DeFore. Down to 4 minutes, 52 seconds to play. 1-point ball game. Scott County Lady Cards on top of the Lady Flyers of Franklin County. Angling right, Juliet. Got Brooklyn Miles on her, hands it now to Malia Owens. Owens directs traffic, Owens toward the basket, dumps it to Tompkins, and she puts it up and in. Tompkins, she kind of fumbled the ball when the pass came to her, but she did a great job pulling it back in and then laying it off glass. 42-39, Scott County on top. Brooklyn Miles is going to hand it now to Carter. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play, Julie, in this semifinal of the championship of the 11th Region Tuesday night. Henry Clay's already there. Who will they join, Scott County or Franklin County? Carter working in on Owens. Carter to the basket, jumps the right side. That's a shot put up and in by LaVerity. What a pass by Carter.
Absolutely. What a great shot by LaVerity. She was so smooth with that shot.
42-41 is going to come down probably to the last shot. 3:38 in this game. Juliet Smith kicks it over to Owens, gets a pick. Owens slides, throws it to the hands, but picked up out there by Juliet Smith.
Whew.
Franklin County. Brooklyn Miles working on Smith. Left side, Smith. Looking down low, Juliet just pounding the ball down with 3:16 to play. Her team has a 1-point lead. Juliet Smith. Williams. They go over now to Owens, lines up to three, got it!
That's a huge three-point shot by Malia Owens.
45-41. Lead is 4 for Scott County trying to go on and play Henry Clay. Championship game, Franklin County with the ball, 2:49. Brooklyn Miles spinning, off glass, up and in, Brooklyn Miles. It's her first basket of the second half. 45-43
wow.
with 2:44 to play. We got a 2-point ball game. Scott County and Franklin County with 2 minutes and 44 seconds. I want to thank Mingua Beef Jerky, Rafferty's, Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. That was a Whitaker Bank shot. She went glass, didn't
Yes,
she?
she did. What nice little spin move into the basket.
Also remember that Tuesday night we'll have the championship game on our Mixler app. No video for us. William has 3 things. He's got it set up at Rupp Arena for the boys Sweet 16 Tuesday, and he's got the Mr. and Miss Basketball to videotape Tuesday night, so he can't be in 3 places. Why they schedule this girls 11th Region Final for the same night of Mr. and Miss Basketball and for the same night our producer would have to set up is beyond me.
Well, anyway, when you have the king of stream, you know, when he's a pioneer in this program, he just does great things to advance athletics here in Kentucky.
Exactly right. 45-43. Tuesday night, we will have the final on the Mixler audio app at 7:30, I believe, is the time for the 11th Region Girls Championship Tuesday night. 45-43. It's Scott County Lady Cards basketball. They have a 2-point lead, Julie. And what will they do here in the last 2:44? Juliet Smith working down the middle of the floor. Shannon Burnett picks her up high. Goes over now to Owens, down low. It goes Tompkins, spinning with the left hand, and LaVerity, and saved in by the guard, Brooklyn Miles. Miles down the middle of the floor. Works in on Smith, scoops it up and in. Brooklyn Miles ties it up. 45 all. That gets the Franklin County fans fired up. They're tied now, 2:15 to play here. Gives it over to Morgan DeFord, the Red Mamba, they call her. Red Mamba dumps it back now to Williams. She goes over to Owens, back to Williams, posting up on LaVerity, and Brooklyn Miles gets a steal. Williams was backing in, the ball kind of dribbled off her knee.
Well, and that is just too many dribbles. It should be a 1-dribble drive to the basket, but she dribbled the ball like 3 times, and the guard was able to come in and get it.
That's from your power forward days at Moorhead State, right?
Sometimes you learn the hard way, Gary.
Julie McGrane-Muntz, the former Moorhead standout. 45 all. Carter overcomes on the right side to Burnett. Burnett, the Red Mama's on her defensively. 1:30 to go in this ball game. Burnett kicks it to the LaVerity. LaVerity blocked away by Tompkins. Tompkins, and she pulls it out of there, and she's going to be fouled. That'll be the 4th team foul against Franklin, whereas Scott County's already committed 17 fouls. So we got 45 all. I said this game might come down to the last shot.
It's going to, but great heads-up play by Kennedy Tompkins as she rejected the shot and did a great job.
Laverty, because Laverty's been making those little short jumpers.
Yes.
45 all, minute 15 to play. Scott County chewing up some clock here with a minute 10 to go. 45-45. Franklin County, Scott County and the girls, 11th region semis. Henry Clay plays the winner Tuesday night in the championship here at Eastern Kentucky. We'll have it right here on our Mixer audio app here on PrepSpin. Down to 53 seconds, and she's going to be fouled as Juliet Smith. That's really a good foul there because you still got a couple to give if you're Franklin County.
How many timeouts does Joey have left, just in case? I mean, should have some left.
So DeFore gets it in backcourt to Juliet Smith. Down to 50 seconds to play in regulation. 45 all. This team averages 82 points a game. So they're 37 under their average.
Just tells you the great defensive effort by both sides.
A three-pointer off the back of the rim and chases it down. Goes down to Williams. She throws it up. Good defense by Laverty. Out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Scott County.
Good heads-up call by the referee that he was right on top of it.
Right on top of it.
Saw that Kennedy Tompkins did come in there and hit it out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a great call. Scott County didn't like it, but it was a good call. Franklin County, 31 seconds, and who will take the shot? Do you have any doubt that it'll be Miss Brooklyn Miles?
Well, I think they may try to double her. Yeah.
Over to Carter. Carter deep in the corner now to Laster. 18 seconds. Laster moves in a little bit closer. Now gives to Carter, back to Carter. And we got timeout called by the Franklin County bench.
Woo!
12.6 seconds to go in this ball game, and we're going to keep it right here. 45 all, it comes down to this. 12.6 seconds, and Coach Thacker, you know what he wants to do over there? He wants to set up a play.
Yeah, he does.
I would be surprised if they get it down low to Laster or maybe try to find some with Laverty because Brooklyn Miles, she can do a lot of damage when she penetrates.
But it's so obvious that that's who they're going to key in on. So I would look for, Thacker to call something up. And I think you're dead on, Gary, because Lassiter and Laverty have been doing a great job underneath and being able to control some of the post moves down there. So I would look for that, and also everyone crashing the boards for the follow-up.
12 seconds to go in this ball game, and Franklin County does have the basketball, and Scott County trying to get the turnover. 45-45, 12.6 seconds. He's busy over here, isn't he?
I like Darren Douglas. He gets the job done. He's already ready to go interview at the end of the game.
Yep. That's what we want. We tell him, be aggressive. You got to be aggressive in these tournaments. Get in there and get the winning coach.
That's absolutely right. So, again, Joey Thacker was able to draw up an inbounds play here, and let's see if his team can execute.
So Carter will put it in play for Franklin County. We got 12.6 seconds to go. Regulation here. Carter. Brooklyn Miles trying to get open. Carter. She's in trouble. Now throws it out, and Brooklyn Miles gets it, penetrates, throws it up, blocked by Williams. Picked up there. Coming out, there was 6 seconds. They got time. They get it over to Owens. Owens over to Juliet Smith, 2 seconds. Throws up a runner, and she's fouled with 1 second to go.
Are you kidding me? 1 second, Gary.
I think Brooklyn Miles was called for that foul. They called it on 13, it looked like. Yep, and that'll be her 3rd foul at the line. Juliet Smith, and got it! With 1 second, that puts Scott County up by 1 point, 46-45. Only 1 second to go in the ball game. I'm not sure Franklin County has time to do much with it.
Do you make this, Gary, or do you just hit it off the rim to make the clock expire?
Juliet will probably just hit it off the rim because just 1 second. Franklin County doesn't have any time. She just threw it up. It hit the rim, picked up, and it's all over. Franklin County falls 1 point short to the number 1 team in the state, Scott County, 46-45. What a win for Scott County.
Absolutely, and they just played really hard, and they had a great 4th quarter to be able to be in control and take the game.
So they go to the championship And Darren Douglas is making his way. I tell you what a hard-fought win. And Malia Owens stepped up big in this second half. She had 14 points, most of those in the second half.
Yes, she did. So excellent job by Malia Owens. So Scott County, great job. And you know what? Franklin County, I'm really impressed because you got a team of Scott County that had averages 82 points, and they held this team to 46 tonight.
Yeah, LaVerity is a senior. Shannon Burnett's a senior, but everybody else back. You got Brooklyn Miles, only a sophomore. Jasmine Simpson, a junior. Laster, only a freshman. So most of this back for Franklin County next year. And let's go courtside with Darren Douglas as he has Steve Helton, 46-45 Scott County.
Here was victorious Scott Helton. Scott, the only way to describe this thing was a heavyweight title fight. Both teams would not quit. Both teams would not give 1 inch defensively or offensively. First time I got to see you take your jacket off in a while.
A game of runs, and gosh almighty, Franklin County play, pregame we talked about they're playing better than anybody in the state right now. I talked about shot selection. What we do, we come out first quarter, our first 10 shots must have been threes, wasn't even close. But when you get in tournament play, it's all about survive and advance. Should we have played better? Could we have played better? Yeah, we had a shot at it, but my goodness, our kids, man, they battled, and we battled to the last 1.1 seconds right there, and hopefully, we'll get our legs back under us, and we get to play one more game at least.
The good news is you got a couple of days to get ready for Henry Clay, but the bad news is you got to get ready for Henry Clay. They're going to play the same style that Franklin County did with you. They're going to get physical with you, and they're also going to run.
Henry Clay and Scott County, here we go again. This is round 4. I believe it's round 4 for the boys and girls. This is, an incredible year for them. And, Eric, the job he's done there, all the respect for them, all the respect for Joey. I mean, my goodness. They were prepared, and they played well. And we're very fortunate to say the good Lord bless us to play one more day.
Well, he also told you you're good friends, but I tell you what, he may have pulled one on you because he threw some things out that you hadn't seen before. It didn't look like your girls.
Well, let's just say our execution tonight was a little off. I thought we got big-eyed a couple times. We took some bad shots and we passed on some good shots. So, and it's our first night, both of us in this gym. And so hopefully we'll get back to work. We're going to enjoy this one, at least for the next 5-10 minutes, and then get ready.
Get to the locker room, right?
Until we get ready for another game.
Congratulations, Coach.
That's Darren Douglas with Steve Helton, the head coach of Scott County, as they win at 46-45. 16 from Malaya Williams to go with 10 rebounds. She was definitely the star of the game tonight.
Yes, and 6 blocks. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, the 6-block shot. How can I forget that?
How do you forget that?
Yeah, exactly. And, man, she was just swatting them like flies in there, wasn't she? And, you look at Tompkins. She had a good ball game, 7 points, 7 rebounds. But the second half by Malia Owens kind of showed the story. She had those 2 back-to-back baskets, huge baskets, that got the lead back for Scott County.
It was almost like she controlled the tempo better for her team as well. So good heads-up play by Malia.
At one point in this ball game, you looked up and Franklin County led 29-21. And then all of a sudden, with that 17-8 run by Scott County, they had the lead and they had momentum, and they definitely needed it in the last few seconds of this game because they had the ball with 12.6. Looked like they could maybe take the last shot and win this game, but kind of a rush shot, I think, there by Brooklyn Miles. I think she rushed it with about 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, and not only that is they struggled when Joey called up a play, had a timeout. They called up a play on the inbounds here. They struggled to get the ball in, so play didn't go as planned. So they kind of like, as you said, hurried something up, and that, missed and everything. So it was a good job by, and again, Joey Thacker did a great job with the game plan of what they had to be able to try to take Scott County out of their game.
And let's look at the body of work for this game, for the total game. The season ends for Franklin County at 25-9, and they get 6 points from LaVerity. They got 11 from Patience Laster, go with 8 rebounds. I thought she had 9. 17 from Brooklyn Miles to go with 5 rebounds. she was 9 of 12 at the free throw line, 12 of 16 from the line. So good job by Franklin County to shoot 7 more free throws than Scott County. Usually Scott County's the one shooting all the free throws.
Yes, but the game told the story, and like Scott Helton said, all the shots that were shot at the 3-point line, they were 4 for 21 on Scott County. But there wasn't any second chance opportunities. There wasn't any fouling going on. It's just that Scott County hurried up their shots a lot, and that kind of told the story at the first half, though.
I agree with Darren and Coach Helton. Great game plan by Joey Thacker. He had a great plan here tonight, and it fell 1 second short.
Yes, and it's amazing. It's all decided down to the 1 second.
Yeah.
So it could have gone either way there at any moment there. But great job by Scott County as they were able to be successful. And that Juliet Smith went to the line, sank her free throw. All that she needed to, put that ball in the basket and be able to secure the victory.
And she got the victory for Scott County. That was one of her only 4 points. She was just 1 of 10 from the field tonight, so struggled from the field, but got the free throw when it counted, and the victory for Scott County. Franklin County, their season ends. They got a great game, as we said, out of Brooklyn Miles, 17 points. That does it for all of our broadcast teammates here from Eastern Kentucky University for these girls semifinals out of the 11th region. For Darren Douglas and for Nick Runyon in the first game. For Julie Muntz, great job, Julie. We'll have the championship Tuesday night at 7:30. Are you going to be able to make it Tuesday night?
Hey.
And that's
could be
the championship. Henry Clay, they win today 49-37 in their ball game over Woodford, and Scott County wins by a point, 46-45 over Franklin County. William Warfield, the king of stream, and for our videographer Corey Rainey up top, making it all look good up there from the top of the rafters at Eastern Kentucky University. This is Gary Ball. Congratulations to Scott County. The Lady Cards, they win 46-45 over Franklin County here at the girls' 11th region. Be careful out there, everybody. PrepSpin.com.